My group was given the romantic opera topic. Specifically, I chose to talk about Richard Wagner, his life, musical concepts that he introduced, and his works. This is my title page, and on the left I included a picture of Richard Wagner. Wagner's life. He lived from 1813 to 1883. He was born in Leipzig, Germany. He was the ninth child of his family. He gained basic musical experience and conducted in provincial theaters while attending University of Leipzig. He began to produce his first operas at the age of 23. With this, he wrote the librettos by himself, which interconnected music and drama than ever before. Here on the right, I included a picture of Richard Wagner when he was younger. Wagner's family and history. I apologize for any pronunciation mistakes that I will be making. His parents were Johanna Rosine Wagner and Carl Friedrich Wagner. His father died when he was only 6 months old, however, his mother ended up remarrying. His siblings were Rosalie, Clara, Louise, Carl Julius, Albert, Carl Gustav, Ottilie, and Maria Theresia. His spouses were Cosima Wagner and Mina Planner. She was also a composer. His children were Siegfried Wagner, Eva von Blau, and Isolde Biedler. And on the right, I included a picture of his family. Facts about Wagner. He was a German nationalist. Wagner was exiled for 12 years and lived in Switzerland. He had fled because his political stance had been unsuccessful, as he aligned with German nationalists for the Dresden Uprising. His operas tend to be long and are known for their length. While Wagner was alive, none of his operas were performed. They were performed after his death. He was also a pianist. Musical concepts associated with Wagner. Singspiel, a type of German opera with spoken dialogue. Melodrama, a concept that adds entertainment by alternating between dialogue and singing accompanied by instruments or orchestra. Music drama, a term that Wagner used for his operas. Leitmotifs, a recurring theme that is often associated with a person, place, thing, etc. It was used in many of Wagner's music dramas as it varied and developed throughout his works. The Romantic Opera era. It was also known as the early 19th century German opera. It was developed from the opera comics of the French Revolution and was not developed from the German Singspiel. The works were typically inspired by a poem or story. Throughout the works, there was a switch between drama, also known as dialogue, and music, which was orchestra or a specific instrument. The Romantic era composers included Wagner, Chopin, Verdi, Schumann, and many more. A few of Wagner's works. I also wanted to apologize again for any pronunciation mistakes. Rienzi, an early opera of his that had success in Dresden. Flying Dutchman, Tannhauser, and Lohengrin, which derived from medieval German epics. Nature, supernatural, and drama were included in these works. Parsifal, which was Wagner's final work. Die Walküre, the Valkyrie, and the Ring of the Nibelung, and he had 13 operas in total. And on the right, I included a picture of Richard Wagner working on his projects. I want to include some facts about Die Walküre, Act 3, the Valkyrie, which was created by Richard Wagner. The language was German. It is second in a cycle of 4. The story was based on Norse mythology. Norse mythology consists of stories that originated from the northern Germanic tribes. It was created in 1856 and was performed in 1870. The first performance took place in the National Theater of Munich, Germany. I also wanted to include a clip of the opening scene of the Die Walküre Act 3, the Valkyrie. In this clip, it is the opening act, and it was performed by the Metropolitan Opera Orchestra on May 11, 2011. And on the right, I included a picture of the cover of the work. So now I will be playing the clip so that everyone can hear what it sounds like. Act 3, the Valkyrie, Scene 1. The meter was 9/8. The texture was polyphonic, rhythm dotted. The orchestra consisted of brass, winds, and strings. Ride of Valkyries was depicted with the use of strings, woodwinds, and brass. and the 18 Valkyries were pictured riding down on horses to the battlefield. And these are the sources that I use for my information throughout the slides. Thank you so much for listening. Bye!